Are you ready for Dr. Lizzie's final?
Yeah. It's easy.
No, this class, it's just too much information. Why are we in this class? Why do we study conflict?
Because it helps with your mental health, okay? It helps you with your family relationships, your love relationships, and your workplace relationships. And if you study this, it'll help you deal with conflict better.
Are you saying I don't study? What are you doing right now?
Well, then, I don't know.
Okay, God,
I'm sorry.
All right, so...
Let's move on. Next question.
Okay, sorry. So, define conflict. Like, what... Okay, I think I have...
Give me this. Look, it's right here. Conflict is an expressed struggle between at least two independent parties who perceive incompatible goals, scarce resources, and interference from the other in achieving their goals. It's right here in the book.
It's right there in the book.
Right here in the book.
Can't even read.
Yeah.
So, what are perceived incompatible goals?
Perceived incompatible goals are goals that you and another party think that you can't be cohesive with. Cohesive. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Does that answer your question, Amandra?
A little, okay, but tying into that, what are perceived scarce resources?
Okay, so scarce resources are like you want a raise at work, or you want time off at work, or...
When you talk about money, this makes more sense. Continue.
Boom. Okay, so when we look at defining conflict, perception and interdependence also play a role into it. If you perceive a goal or a resource as scarce or incompatible, chances are it's going to be that way. But if you can take a step back and look at it from a different point of view, I'm sure that you and the third party can work out your conflict in a positive way.
Okay, I gotcha. So how does one go from destructive conflict to constructive conflict? Okay,
that's easy. So like if we're in a deconstructive conflict, I'm saying very rude things to you.
Oh.
I know. No one likes rude things being said to them.
No one likes rude things.
Be nice to people.
Be nice. People will be nice to you.
Scotty. Okay.
Scotty doesn't know. Continue. I want to learn. Teach me.
Okay, fine. But if we're in a deconstructive argument, we're both using things like you don't do this.
Don't be pointing fingers at me.
Or I never do this. Okay. The way to go about this is to go from a deconstructive to a constructive is to use I statements. Say how you feel. I feel this whenever you blank.
I feel like I'm gonna fail this test.
Okay. Well, I feel like if you study, you'll do perfectly fine on the test.
Okay, I think I'll study.
Constructive conflict resolved.
Great.
Boom.
Okay, so, I'm just reading into this some more, and I just saw some things about the escalatory spirals.
Escalatory spirals. Okay, now we're getting into some stuff. Escalatory spirals only have one way to go, and that's upwards and outwards, meaning they escalate and they go out and make them worse.
Like a spiral.
Like a tornado.
Gotcha. That's a nice tornado.
I know, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
Also with escalatory spirals, flexibility and dominance also play a role in it. If we're having an argument and conflicting about something, if I would allow myself to be more flexible, chances are the conflict would resolve itself with a little communication.
Gotcha. Dude, you should be a tutor. Like, you could get paid for that.
I try.
Okay, so my final question. What are avoidance spirals? I love talking about spirals.
Well, let's look. They're right here in your book.
Oh, gosh. Explain that to me, teacher.
Okay, avoidance spirals reduce the chance for productive conflict. Which means, if we are having a conflict, let's say over the rent being paid, and I come to you and ask you, Amandra, I need your half of the rent, and you avoid me, that lessens
Ain't nobody got money for that.
It's true. That lessens our effectiveness in having a constructive conflict. See?
Oh my, and then, okay, that makes sense. I got it. And that's the end of the chapter. I'm so prepared for this chapter.
She's ready for the final.
I'm ready for the final. I mean, we learned about this in January, and it's May already. I can't learn so much then. Great. Great partner system we have.